Hello, my name is Jill. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I teach online belly dance classes. I also teach locally in Halifax, Nova Scotia. That's where I live. If you're interested to find out more, all the necessary information about me is below. So this video is a muscle stretching video. Sometimes I do dance combos, sometimes I do dance technique, and sometimes I do stretching because as dancers, it's very important for us to take care of our bodies. We ask a lot of them when we dance frequently. If you're the type of person who likes to dance every day, you need to take care of your body. You need to feed it properly, you need to give it proper rest, and we need to stretch our muscles. So I personally really love yoga. But like if you don't have time to go and do a 1-hour yoga class, doing stretching when you finish your dance practice is just as important. So I wanted to review something specific today, which is a shoulder stretch. And it's about how do we get our arms in a nice V above our head, making sure that we are doing it in a way that is ergonomic and works with our body and is good for us. So a lot of us have this issue with our shoulders being pulled forward and our thoracic spine being curved like that because of our shoulders being pulled forward. In actuality, what we want our thoracic spine, aka our chest, which is the front of that, to look is more like this. You know, all of our spines have a nice natural S curve to them, and yeah, that's the thing about that. So your cervical spine is at the top and it curves that way. In, out, with your tailbone being at the bottom. So your lumbar spine, like this is an exaggeration of how it is meant to be. This is actually too much, but you can see like a softening of that same curve. Even though like I engage my core and I bring my hips under my shoulders, you can still sort of see that curve in the lumbar spine. So yes, the thoracic spine is meant to be a convex part of that curve, but it's not meant to be an exaggeration, and then it throws everything out of alignment when it is too much like that. So this exercise, this stretch is meant to help that. So how do we access that high V in the right way? Without getting too technical, I want you to think about the muscles that are part of our rotator cuff that live on the outside of your shoulders. I want you to bring awareness into the muscles that connect your spine to your ribs, the muscles that are at the back of your neck that connect your neck spine, that connect your neck, which is part of your spine, to your shoulders. So it's the trapezius muscle that connects the neck to the shoulders, and then it's a different muscle that connects the spine to the ribs, and then there's these muscles on the outside of our shoulder. That all three of those muscle groups working together is what helps us raise our shoulders, okay? So that is what I want you to think about. I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart. I want you to engage your core. If you don't know what that means, please check out one of my other videos. Actually, I'll explain it after and then I'll put before this in the video. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is inhale and lift your arms and really think about we get used to engaging all kinds of wrong muscles when we do certain things the wrong way repetitively, and we don't even realize that we are encouraging injury in ourselves, but we are. So those are the proper muscles that I want you to think about: the outside of your shoulders, what connects your neck to your shoulders, and what connects your spine to your ribs. Really imagine all of these things engaging to be what lifts your spine. Go take your arms as high as you comfortably can. The goal is we're aiming for a V, but if you're feeling a lot of pain and you're doing it here, I would rather you have your arms here and have it look nice and be proper than to get it up here and have your back go back to curving like this. So you need to check yourself in the mirror as you do this exercise to make sure that you are stretching your body in the right way, because that's not going to help anybody, you know? So an exercise, a way to do it that I was taught way back in the day, which is really nice, is you can stand against the wall and raise your arms that way, because that provides some support to the back of your arms and the back of your shoulder, and it just helps you get a little bit more of a stretch without having to absorb it all with your spine that might be out of alignment in other ways. Like obviously it's not like a scoliosis situation out of alignment, but I mean even minor things that we have, you know, those are the kinds of things that put us at risk for chronic injury. All of these like minor things that need little adjustments. Okay, so my feet are together. My feet are hip width apart. My knees are soft. My lower core is engaged. And when I engage my lower core properly, what that means is it brings my hip bones beneath my shoulder blades, and you should feel some kind of relief of pressure off of your lower back when you engage those hips. Imagine like you are hugging the center of your belly into your spine, and that's not for aesthetics necessarily. It's to protect your spine and to make sure that those muscles are kind of holding the movement rather than letting your joints absorb impact. Next thing you're going to do is lift your shoulders, squeeze your ears, squeeze, 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 high, 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 pull them back, let them drop. Let's do that one more time. Squeeze your shoulders up, squeeze, 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 squeeze them to your ears, pull them back, pull them back, pull them back, and let them drop. Engage the rest of your core. Finally, bring your chin up and tuck it back a little bit. So that is what proper spinal alignment looks like. And my entire core is engaged right now. Now I want you to inhale, raise your arms, really think about those muscles on the outside of your shoulder, the muscles that are inserting onto, not from your shoulder, I'm talking about a separate group of muscles now. So there's the ones on the outside of your shoulder, there's the ones that connect your spine to your ribs, and there's the one that connect the back of your neck, your cervical spine to your shoulder blades. So think about all of those things supporting your shoulders as you raise your hands up to V. So that's supposed to be on an inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to think about your pec muscles. So when we were lifting our arms, we were visualizing the muscles that connect our spine to our ribs and thinking about elongating them and elongating our spine as well while grounding into our feet. When we bring our arms back down, the muscles that are doing that work are the muscles that connect the spine to the shoulder blades, and you can feel that as you lower your hands. I always really just like to know like what muscles I'm using, and I find that the visualization helps. It helps you focus your energy in the right places. So I'm here to help. So let's do some reps together now that I've done so much talking and explaining. Let's do that. So inhale, pull your arms up, up, up. Feel that spine elongating, ground into your heels. Feel your spine nice and tall and yourself supported by your core. Exhale, lower those arms. Good. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, lower them. Keep your shoulders nice and low as you go. Take a break in between to make sure that you are still in good alignment. Raise them up, inhale. Exhale, lower them. Raise them up, inhale. This is rep number 4. Exhale, we're going for 10. Number 5, inhale. Exhale, lower. 6, inhale. Exhale, lower. 7, inhale. Exhale, lower. 8, inhale. Exhale, lower. 2 more. 9, inhale. Exhale, lower your arms. Last one. Inhale, raise those arms. Exhale, lower them. Very nice. So my anatomy book says that you should aim to do 3 sets of 10 reps each. Have fun with that. I'm kidding. For the purposes of our video, I demonstrated 1 rep, and you are welcome to do more. I actually am really feeling that in my back, which is good because that tells me that I'm using the correct muscles to be raising and lowering my arms. It's those back muscles, everything that supports this, that enables the up and down of the arm. It's not the arm or the shoulder itself that is actually doing the work. So with that said, I would like to segue into another video that I have made available for you. And that is one that is kind of more meditative. So as we're working with certain areas of the body, it helps move stagnant energy out of those areas of the body. So many schools of thought will say that humans hold emotions in our hips. And that is for many reasons. It's to do with the sacral chakra. It's to do with how we embody the element of water. And it also is to do with, personally, the more that I learn and the more that I try to connect the dots for my business between the physical, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual, what I think is really interesting is that, like the whole function of your hip muscles as you walk around, they have many functions, but one of them is transferring weight from the spine through the hips to the legs, so that pressure kind of like leaves your body through your feet, and your spine doesn't absorb the pressure of whatever's on your upper back. So I hope that makes sense. And to me, like that physical job also means that it could do a similar job in like the spiritual energetic realm. So what is it? Transferring weight, transferring pressure, helping to relieve pressure. So when we experience stress and our bodies, the adrenaline is released in our bodies and all of this stuff happens, and our muscles tense up because they're like getting ready to fight or flight. They're like, okay, give me the sugar. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work. Our body doesn't know the difference when we're stressed out in a meeting at work versus when we're stressed out because there's like a dog barking at us and we need to run away or whatever. A mean doggy. There's lots of nice dogs out there. Anyways, so I find it very interesting that purpose of the hips, relieving stress, works in a functional way, but I think it also works in an emotional way. And that's just me, that's spirituality. It does require you to be okay with a little bit of abstract thinking and kind of trusting the unknown and trusting your intuition, because spirituality is not very popular with a lot of people because it is abstract, and because a lot like religion, it requires you to trust in something that is not tangible. Just because it's not tangible does not mean that it has no value. I used to feel that way, that things that were not tangible did not have value, because it was like, well, what's the point in me wasting time thinking about it if I can't get a concrete answer out of it? I have changed a lot. You can't even, like, I'm a completely different person. The person I was 15 years ago, like, doesn't exist anymore. Pretty much, that's what I tell people. Anyways, so obviously the core of who I am is still there, obviously. Anyways, so that is why I think that belly dance triggered my spiritual awakening, because many people, not just me, many people are holding a lot of stress and tension in their hips. And if you do not have mobile, flexible hips and you do not exercise them regularly, we hang on to things. That's just how it is. Metaphysically, spiritually speaking, or not, if you experience something like stress, that's why I was talking about that, and you do not have an outlet like going for a run, having a conversation with someone, doing something to transfer that stressful energy, it remains stuck in your body. It gets trapped. And that is where things can kind of go awry, because trapped energy is not good. We are always meant to be flowing. Our chakras are called that because they are, the word in Sanskrit means like a spinning wheel. So there's always supposed to be energy moving through. It's like having, fresh air, fresh water is always moving. If water is stagnant, it's putrid. There's shit growing in there. There's things growing in there that you don't want. So it's the same thing with our chakras. So anyways, we just did a lot of nice stretching for our shoulders and opening our chest, which has me thinking about our heart chakra. So if you are interested to try a little heart chakra meditation and a little heart opening with me, now that we have done that physically, I will invite you to check out the video that is linked above. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.